Good morning, viewer. Bien here. Yes, most breaking news for our viewer. Yeah, researchers identify how brain circuits in mice amplify sensory predictions errors through a unique interaction between the neocortex and thalamus, shedding light on mechanisms that may contribute to ASDs and SSDs. Scientists at the Sainsbury Wellcome Center at UCL have discovered how the neocortex and thalamus work together to detect discrepancies between what animals expect from their environment and actual events. These predictions errors are implemented by selective boosting of unexpected sensory information. These findings enhance our understanding of predictive processing in the brain and could offer insights into how brain circuits are altered in autism spectrum disorder that's called ASDs and schizophrenia spectrum disorder that's called SSDs. The study recently published in Nature describes how the researchers studied mice in a virtual reality environment to gain insights into the nature of predictions error signals in the brain and the mechanisms behind their development. Our brains constantly predict what to expect in the world around us and the consequences of our actions. When these predictions turn out wrong, this causes strong activation of different brain areas and such predictions error I beg your pardon and such prediction error signals are important for helping us learn from our mistakes and uptake our prediction. But despite their importance, surprisingly, little is known about the neural circuit mechanisms responsible for their implementation in the brain. Explained Professor Sonja Hopper, group leader at SWC and corresponding author on the paper. To study how the brain processes expected and unexpected events, the researcher placed mice in a virtual reality environment where they could navigate along a familiar corridor to get to a reward. The virtual environment enabled the team to precisely control visual input and introduce unexpected images on the walls. By using a technique called two photon calcium imaging, the researchers were able to record the neural activity from many individual neurons in the primary visual cortex, the first area in our neocortex to receive visual information from the eye. Previous theories proposed that prediction error signals encode how the actual visual input is different from expectation, but surprisingly we found no experimental evidence for this. Yeah, instead we discovered that the brain boosts the responses of neurons that have the strongest preference for unexpected visual input. The error signal we observed is a consequence of this selective amplification of visual information. Yeah, this implies that our brain detects discrepancies between predictions and actual inputs to make unexpected events more salient, explained Dr. Sohei Furutachi, senior research fellow in the Hoffer and Marcik Flogel labs at SWC and first author on the study. To understand how the brain generates this amplification of the unexpected sensory input in the visual cortex, the team used a technique called optogenetics to inactivate or activate different groups of neurons. They found two groups of neurons that were important for causing the prediction error signal in the visual cortex: vasoactive intestinal polypeptide expressing inhibitory neurons in VI and a thalamic brain region called the pulvinar, which integrates information from many neocortical and subcortical areas and is strongly connected to VI. However, the researchers found that those two groups of neurons interact in a super sync way. Behind this exclusive report.